Hello guys, welcome to Top Wisdom. Today we're going to summarize the poem Alexandra, the Great 12 poem by Mongane W. Sirote. So this is a short summary guys, it's not going to be long. So let's begin. Background to the poem. So guys, I'm going to start with the background of the poem, so please listen carefully. I'm going to be as quick as possible. Dr. Mongane Wali Sirote was born in Sophiatown, Johannesburg on 8 May 1944. He grew up during the apartheid years in the poor township of Alexandra, outside Johannesburg, and attended Maurice Isaacson High in Soweto. After high school, Sirote joined an African National Congress, which is ANC, and was a member of the Black Conscious movement. He was inspired by the poetry written by many in the movement that spoke of black identity and resistance to apartheid. In 1969, he was arrested and spent 9 months in a solitary confinement before being released without charge. In 1972, he published his first collection, Yakali Nkomo, The Cry of the Cattle at the Slaughterhouse, which won the prestigious Ingrid Joker Prize Award for Poetry. Sorrento received a Fulbright scholarship and obtained a fine arts degree from Columbia University in New York in 1979. He remained in exile afterwards, continuing the struggle against apartheid from beyond the borders of his home country. Dr. Sirote returned to South Africa in 1990, where he has since served in Parliament and as chairman of the Parliamentary Committee on Arts and Culture. He is currently the Chief Executive Officer of the Freedom Park Trust, where he continues his tireless efforts towards improving the lives of South Africans in the realm of arts and culture. The University of Johannesburg, which is UJ, bestowed an honorary doctorate degree on renowned liberation poet and novelist Prof. Mongane Wali Sirote on 23 April 2017. With over 4 decades in the literature world, author and poet Mongane Wali Sirote was being honored with the National Poet Prize at the South African Literary Awards on 6 November 2018. Type. Now guys, we are going to the type of poem, going to explain each and everything about the poem. So let's go. It is a lyrical poem, and the voice of the poem is certainly the poet's voice. By the way, it's certainly the poet's voice. An example of the protest poetry. It draws attention to inequality, discrimination, and social ills in the country. Now we are going to the structure of the poem. Structure consists of 5 stanzas of irregular length. Lines vary greatly in length. Not set rhyme scheme written in verse. Extensive use of apostrophe. I'm gonna read it again, guys. Consists of 5 stanzas of irregular length. Lines vary greatly in length. Not set rhyme scheme written in verse. Extensive use of apostrophe. Now guys, we are going to the themes of the poem. Themes. So these are the themes, guys. Themes. I'm gonna read them all. Violent and death. They are subtle in reference to undefined death exploitation. Many references to the degrading social stand of blacks. All of these two fall under violent and death. Poverty. The poet refers to the living condition in the dirty waters of Yodonga's These attributes to the suffering of inhabitants and habitants. I'm gonna read it again. The poet refers to the living conditions in the dirty waters of your dongas. These attributes to the suffering of its inhabitants. Quest for identity. The speaker searches for identity acceptance and a sense of belonging. Despite all hardship, the speaker repeatedly returns to Alexandra to find his roots and determine who he really is. Now we are going to the mood and the tone. Tone and the mood. The mood is sombre, gloomy, and reproachful. The tone is accusing and even fearful for most of the poem. Tone of desperation. So in tone of desperation, we can find when, it is when he needed love, he got quarrel and crime and violence. That is tone of desperation. Message of the poem. Despite circumstances, this place has made him the person he is today. It is Alexandra that has given him his identity. In this poem, the township of Alexandra is personified. So guys, this is a summary of the poem now. In Alexandra, Sirote speaks directly to the township of his childhood as if this place were a mother to him, expresses his disappointment in Alexandra, and says that if it was possible to disown a mother, he would do that. Guys, I'm going to continue, so please listen carefully. The speaker then continues to explain why he remains connected to Alexandra and finds it impossible to leave. Even though Alexandra cannot nurture him like a mother should do, it is still his home, just like we cannot exchange our mothers for better ones. We cannot change where we grow up. He carries the heartbeat of the Alexandra deep within him. It has made him who he is. He was nourished on the dirty waters of her dongas, and when he is thirsty, he cries out for his mother who frightens him and whom he suspects to be cruel. He pleads for answers from his mother. He questions Alexandra's love for him and asks what she has done to him. The living condition of Alexandra has made him feel as if he is inferior to other people. It has taken away his pride himself. Despite not receiving answers, he cannot leave, although others have distanced themselves from the memories and walked over him to go to far places. He, however, loves Alexandra. He is a product of his roots. He has been shaped by this mother, Alexandra, and he acknowledges that in the end he will always find his way back to her. Title is very affective. It can be seen as an example of apostrophe where the speaker directly addresses is Alexandra as if he is talking to the township itself. Personification, the personification of the poem. Throughout the poem, the township is personified as the mother figure. So guys, if this was helpful, please subscribe and like the video and share the videos to other learners. Thanks.